Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and we are in Louisville. Did I say that right? Louisville, Kentucky. At some little place. Oh, look at that. I thought it was a museum. It says Bed and Breakfast. Vintage 99 Motorcycle Museum. And it doesn't look like much when you drive by. You see this house with, well, what's left of a baby Super Hawk in the front. But go to the back and like, holy cow, there's a big place back here. You'd be driving through Louisville and you wouldn't know it's there. Check out some of the artwork. What I'm really digging is the Midas muffler tree. That's sort of cool. Welcome to the Vintage 99 Museum. And we're going to look around. But first, this is Mitch Barnes, the founder. How did this place start?
Well, it started right behind you, 1971. Daddy took us to see On Any Sunday.
Oh,
We thought that was great, but we didn't have any motorcycles at the time. I said, Daddy, we don't have any motorcycles. So at Christmas,
no, you're kidding. This is what he gave you for Christmas? This exact one?
I got up at 3:30 in the morning, and this is what I remember seeing. It was a Honda 50 for me, 71, Honda 70 for my brother Glenn.
Are these those two bikes?
No,
Okay.
no.
One's just like it.
They're just like it. They're built out of new old parts, and they're beautiful. They've got about 1 mile on them. I didn't build these. I bought these.
Yeah.
Too. I built most of the rest of them.
Wow.
This was a great Christmas. It started our parents and us and just a love affair with motorcycles.
Now, how old were you then?
I was 9.
9. My dad did the opposite. He says, you can't get a motorcycle. So I saved up my money and bought one, and I didn't tell him. But that's the problem, because now I have to have all of them, you know. It like backfired.
Daddy would tell us, boys, I'm going to be on third. He was a mechanic in a factory. And when you work third shift, you make more money.
Yeah.
And that was code for I'm going to buy you another one.
Neat.
So this is what he bought next, was a Honda SL70. And this is obviously a real dirt bike, but it's got a clutch. So I go from the 50 to the 70. Glenn goes to the 70. He was 3 years older than me. And then about 6 months later, he said, boys, I'm going to be on third. And he bought Honda SL100 for Glenn, and I rode this one.
And so now you were what, 11?
No, by that time, I'm getting ready to turn 12.
That's...
And then we started racing.
And where did you race?
We raced in central North Carolina at a little track called Three Springs. And Daddy's motto was, if you're going to go, you might as well win. So he bought me, and I've got a picture of it over here. He bought me a 1975 Suzuki TM100, and my brother a 1975 Suzuki RM125.
When did the RM first come out?
75.
That's what I thought. That's pretty early.
You buy them in the fall of 74. You still have a 75 model.
And
we started racing in the fall of 74.
And what size was your TM?
100, yeah, 21 on the front and 18 on the back. So it was a big bike, but just.
But isn't the 400cc version the one they call the Widowmaker? Is that?
Well, that is. I stayed away.
But
from
yeah, you had the smaller one, the 100. Yeah. But is the frame geometry different?
Oh, it's different. It's a little.
Oh, okay, so it's manageable. All right.
I'll show you.
Where should I go next?
You should come with me here.
Okay.
Because of the story, we hired a professional to help us tell it. So that's what this is. It's in 1971. We start with On Any Sunday. In the fall of 74, that's me racing number 100. And then right below it is 99. That's my brother. We lost him in 2017. He was my best friend. And our parents just loved on us with motorcycles. It was wonderful. And we raced until we started college. And in 78 is when I stopped racing. Started my business and career.
Okay. You go this way. This is 75, and it's okay, 76, and
Yeah.
that's you because it's 100.
Yeah. If you keep going, I was able to get a full ride sponsorship, a really sweet man that paid for motorcycles for me. It's the only way we could really go because Daddy was a mechanic and Mama worked with the newspaper. And then in 2002, we started working
So
with...
we're here.
Yeah, we started working with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we started our first FCA motocross camp in 2003.
I never knew they had a motor because I used to go to a lot of their running events when I was able to run.
Stick and ball, yes. And 2003, we did our first camp in Indiana, and it was a success.
Do they still sponsor motorcycle events, FCA?
Oh my, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they have
I'm going to have to look that up.
15 to 20 camps, and they're called FCA Motocross and Fuel Ministry. We have a fantastic one in Florida, Fuel Ministry.
I have to look that up.
That would be good for your show. People would enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
We started in 2018. That was the year after Glenn died. We started racing vintage, and my son's good, so he won a championship up there at Mid-Ohio when he was 17. He rode against the men.
How old is he now?
25. He's living in Vail, Colorado, and working there at with Vail companies, doing lots of things for them. And then we started road racing.
Yeah, say who's road racing?
That's me.
What's the bike?
That's a 1968 Honda CB160. I'll show it to
Okay.
you.
There's one out front. Isn't that?
That's a 160.
Yeah.
That's an ornament.
Well, we
Yeah.
took a picture of it.
Okay.
That's how you know where to
we
stop.
started building this museum in 23, and it's taken until 25 to get it finished. That sign is in the front yard of a bed and breakfast. We have a motorcycle bed and breakfast. out
That's
there.
the little house up front.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, and here's the FCA stuff.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
This shows the same calendar. In 2003, we started with our first camp, and by 2007, we were smart that Mitch was going to get out of the way and let Danita Pavoni, who runs it today.
And so this is for
She runs it.
young boys and,
Well-
and girls.
Young boys and girls up to generally about age 18, and we had camps all over the country. They have them all over the country now. And then in 23, she was challenged to take this ministry across the pond. So we had our first camp in in Italy. And our second camp in Poland in 24, we went back in 25 to Poland, and in 26, we're going to Poland again. Kevin Wyndham's right there. Because Pastor Steve Hudson, who preached for the pros,
Go ahead.
married most of these guys. Here's Andrew Short, for example. He's right here, Andrew Short. We've brought in lots of talent, and that's how we get the kids very interested in coming. But it's just like going to church camp, but you bring your dirt bike.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat.
This is we saw that in the magazine, so I took one apart and put it on the wall. Dave, here's just a smattering of the pros that have been with us. Sarah Whitmore, Andrew Short, Sean Clark, Ryan Sipes, Jimmy Pavoni, Cowboy Kenny. Tim Ferry was at this one. Again, there's Kevin Wyndham, and that's my son when he was about 7. But up here's the racing. And thank you for letting me tell the story because I enjoy it. So this is my era of racing. And we've got a smattering of Suzukis because that's what Daddy bought for us. These are bikes like this is a 400. We built that off of a picture. we had scheduled for Roger to come here for our grand opening, and timing didn't work out, so I was going to have him sign it, but it looks just like a picture from back in the day. And then these are OEM. It's a 400, a 250, 75, 250, 74. Until I bought your Harley, this was the most expensive bike here.
Which one are you pointing to?
1980 RM80.
And why was that the most expensive bike?
Because I had to buy 5 to build one.
Oh. Why, because they're all clapped
They're
out?
all super clapped out.
Because kids run them?
Kids tear them up. Then we've got some 76 125. That's the one we raced serious.
So I see why you bought the Harley, because it was
Well, I
the
walked up on it.
motocross.
See, you probably, when you were 13, had never walked up on that Harley, but I had.
No.
I had
Remember, my
walked-
dad wouldn't let me get a bike.
I had walked right up on it, and I thought that was the strangest looking thing with those forks on the back, because we were racing at that time. So we built these 370s. That's a 76 and a 77. We've got our flat track bikes back there because I still like to race flat track. And then I've got a smattering of 125s from a 73, 74, 75, 75.
All right, I'm going to get over there. So we're talking about the 125s here. And
The
a
RM125.
little baby Elsinore on the end, but
Well, and I don't have a grandbaby yet, but that's exactly what it's for.
yeah, okay. And we had the 125s, but I have to walk past the flat trackers. That's what I always watched.
Well, this is a 250 twin, GT 250 twin. People stop what they're doing when I start this thing up. I'm not very good on it, but it sure sounds great when it's going around the track.
I bet it does.
And I've got my super hot rod cheater bike. It's a 150 that we race at Mad Dog class. Most tracks have unlimited, and that one is pretty much unlimited.
Yeah, I used to putz around the bull ring before I had my surgeries, so
Yeah.
I have to get back into it.
This is an electric Alta.
Yeah.
I bought it, and a week later they go out of business.
It had me confused because it says Honda, but then I saw it was electric.
Well, the reason it says this is one of my best friends. He passed 3 years ago, and I told the graphics maker, I said, I just want his graphics to put on this Alta. And we still would take that out and ride it. It's had no mechanical difficulties, but it's electric, and it still runs fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. So you gain friendships doing this dirt bike thing that you just can't put you just can't ride it out of a book. Well, this Poland bike might be of interest to you.
Oh, this is
because-
Poland?
Well, I have heard at church for 30 years, hey, let's go pay for some kids to go to Poland. Well, this guy, who is 43 now, was here on sabbatical. He was born in 82. So when he saw my vintage bikes, he had this shipped in parts from Poland, and it's a 1982.
So he
But
had
we-
to do it like in separate boxes?
I guess, because you can't get it through customs.
Well,
if
now you
don't.
can, but back then you couldn't because it's more
Well,
than
this was just
25 years old.
This was just 2 years ago.
Well, why don't you just use the 25-year-old rule?
I can't explain that.
Okay, well, maybe Poland wouldn't.
But we have motocross camps in Poland, largely because of my friend Shemek. And he said, I want you to have a 1982 Polish motorcycle.
And how do you pronounce that? Do you know?
Romet. So we have jerseys we ride over there. What
Oh, look at this.
transpired was my son ended up racing in Poland for 2 seasons.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Polish. Oh, I'm going to have to go to
Why don't you
eBay
come with
Poland.
us?
Maybe.
We're having another event over there in August.
Maybe. I won't. Maybe. I got to get my passport then. I haven't been out of the country in a long time.
So this is just a suite of 100s. This is a 79. This is a 76. 75, which is the first bike Daddy bought me. and then a 74. Then I moved up and rode the 250 class. It's a 76, a 77, 78, and a 79. And the 79 was the last one I raced before I went off to college. But it brings back really good memories, fun, friends,
Yeah, I bet.
friendships, fellowship with my father. And during our road racing time, Chris Akiden, who works for me, we built these for him. They've got everything but the kitchen sink in them. And we raced all over the United States, from New Jersey to San Francisco. We raced at the Willows. We raced Laguna Seca. And that's in the 200 class. But these bikes are really trick. Cams, headwork, special carb, special ignition. Obviously, we
I
took
see the swing arm.
we took everything off that wasn't just barely what we need for racing. Skinny chains, skinny sprockets, special tires. It was fun to go with him because I figured out if the bike didn't break, he was going to win. We won all over the United States. This is a friend of mine. This is Rachel Gudish, who's up for AMA Female Athlete of the Year. You can vote for her right now. But she's from Terre Haute, Indiana, and she's won the ISDE like 5 times. She just won a world title too. And this is a bike she won in ISDE. We've got her jersey. I haven't talked about her helmet yet. And I keep the magazines up here so people can see, yes, she's all that. This is Ryan Sipes' bike. He was the first American to win ISDE. And 90 years of having it, he won in 2015. And he's a friend of mine. I've known him since he was a kid. He's a wonderful man of integrity. 3 kids, great wife Holly. Got his helmet and his jersey. And I really like that bike a lot because I didn't have to pay for it. That's still his. But one thing a lot of men do is have their wonderful motorcycles and cars, and they roll them right in their garage and nobody gets to see them. And these are just some collectors, 160, 305. Honda would just print these, just print them. And just sell them. This is a 67. I think this is 64. Yeah. It'd be what your granddad rolled up on in the parking lot to get your grandmother to go for a ride.
My dad rode Zundaps,
Ah, did he?
and his grandfather was in the old country. His father, my grandfather.
Well, this is my friend 77 who shared all of those motocross camps with me until he passed. We went to 4 a year for almost 20 years. Mike McManus, he loved 2-strokes and loved Hondas. So we would have a big fun time jabbering about which bikes were the best, and he thought nothing but Honda.
Basically, everything up here, this is your life and all your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
A lot of people like my slip guard.
Yeah, no, that is pretty neat. He used a router and then cut chain length.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And the bikes are gone, and it's all set up like a church.
So they get married down here, and you have maybe even do they have a reception there? You got a kitchen back there.
That's where the bar is, and the main thing people wants alcohol.
Yeah.
We cater the food in.
Yeah.
And in the back is where we will have a reception too.
So where you have to, I guess, in one of the other parts of the building, you have to make room.
We have to make room.
Let's walk by some of these.
Yeah, this is a 2-time champion. This is my friend's been riding my bike. It's this bike here. It's an 82 Suzuki, and he's won back-to-back up at Vintage Days on it.
So that's the number 1 plate here.
Yes. We're trying to sell about 6 bikes out of the collection just to make room for what's coming next. Because you can tell I'm pretty well full.
You can always squeeze them together. Your problem is you have to move them every time you have a venue.
That's the reason I like to have 6 less.
So, like, what theme are you gonna? All that stuff you're obviously keeping because it's yours. Is it the road bikes here because that's your minimal, or is it just one of this?
Well, when people come, they like to look at whatever they had as kids.
Okay.
So if they were riding street, they want to spend time looking at these.
And since they're getting married, they're going to be younger.
Well, most of the time, but the dad that's paying for them is older.
Oh, okay.
So this is a VFR 1000. This is a friend of ours.
This is the second gen.
We cleaned it up, put new tires, got the carbs. It runs like a top.
Yeah.
It'll still run 150. It scared me so bad we rolled it right in here and parked.
These were groundbreaking bikes.
The 400.
Oh, and that's even you agree. There it says.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't ride stuff like this anymore.
Well,
it hurts too much.
This one is so fast and it's got old brakes. So it's perfect sitting right there.
Oh, it's a Nighthawk. I thought it was a Maxim.
And we've got some things for sale. Those two are for sale right there. This one's a new one for sale. This came from my niece. She wanted a crotch rocket, so she traded me out of my KTM. But now that's my road bike I race right there, 820. We race that even at Daytona. It's a supermoto. I'm not real great at it, but man, does that thing go, and it's fun. And it starts easily.
Because of the button.
Because of the button.
But you don't have the slippery seat on it.
No. These bikes here.
Wait. I try to move slowly.
Yep. Now that'd be an old turd right there.
But someone's going to say, you walked right past that. And what was it, S65?
A 62.
Oh.
We've got the beautiful one upstairs. What year were you born?
63.
63. Yeah, your parents were thinking about you when that thing came out.
Now, see, I thought S90, then they made an S65, but this says 50, so it's a Honda 50.
It's a Honda. Jim was going to race this one. I mean, it's got every trick you could do to a Honda 350. And he had it with me, and I just took it to a show, and it won bike at the show. He said, why'd you take my bike? I said, well, I wanted to win. So we went to another show, and it won bike at the show. It'll never get raced now. He just takes it to shows. It's got an X package exhaust. I've owned Jimco for 5 years. We built performance exhaust for vintage. Chris, our main welder, is now doing those things. He's a masterful with welding stuff.
Oh, that's good to know.
It sounds great. I road raced that. I fell really bad at Willows on that, but we've got it all fixed up. It's got a little bit of factory parts in it. My friend Steve Miles builds a really nice looking bike. As soon as I saw it, I just knew I had to buy it. And then you could even get married here.
I'm still married. Yeah, so
Me too.
Yeah.
This is a very nice 1950s Ducati.
That's the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they dressed it up, huh?
We sure did. Sprinkled around.
When did they come up with that bevel drive single?
I can't tell you. That's my friend Jim's. And again, I really like it because I didn't have to buy that bike.
You know, I can lend you a bike or two. Just got to get it up here. Oh.
And then we have our Kenny Roberts signed RD to sign this one.
I see him at Barber sometime, but
Yeah.
I don't really know him or anything.
Me either, but he was kind to sign it.
A lot of those older racers are really kind.
We've been fortunate. We find a lot of the young ones are too.
I don't know them because I'm old.
Then that on the wall is just a collection of things to your left there. When I've won some of those, my son's won most of those. And he went to Europe and raced in Poland for 2 seasons. It's just a love story.
Yeah.
I like to ride trials. I do some vintage trials, and I've got
I'm not.
two ugly ones in the trailer that
I'm
I
not.
ride.
I'm not coordinated enough for that.
So this is a 74, and that's a 75. This one's street legal, title, and all that sort of thing. We'd had to put a different ignition system, so it's got the battery on it. We're fortunate here in Louisville, is where Ryan Young lives. That's his picture right there. He's got more U.S. titles. On
Ryan
trials.
Young, that's.
He's trials champion, still teaches.
Is that Ryan Young from Ryan Young Products?
That's Ryan
That
Young.
used to bring in Sherkos?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he's from here?
He's from here.
And I didn't know he was that young.
Well, he looks good. He's 55 or so.
Oh.
He just well.
I have some of the first Sherkos that
Do
he
you
brought
really?
in. I don't have many more, but I
Yeah.
did, yeah. They were Bultacos when they first came in.
And this is a street legal GT250. That one's actually for sale. Since I've got a couple of other ones, I'll make room for something else. But it starts, it runs, it's easy to start. And my most favorite street bike is right here.
Oh, I got to know what this is. This Suzuki. No, you're
Yes,
kidding
it
me.
is. It's a GT550.
The 550. And that's sort of the rare one, isn't it? Because you had the 380 and then you had the 750, but aren't the fewer of the 550s?
Seemingly, because I don't see very many of them around. But this bike is stock except for the expansion chambers, which makes it perform better and just sound great.
But you still have the stock airbox on it.
I do.
So how does that work? Because
You just kick it and start it.
did you rejet it or anything?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but it's going to be like in between because you're not getting the same airflow.
But I love to ride it. It's fun. It starts well, and it sounds great.
Oh yeah, with those pipes on, it's going to sound
Yeah.
super. Yeah.
And I've had so many people over here on this collection. Now we're going to come back to your bike. But, yeah,
I actually forgot about my old bike.
your bike is maybe kind of probably number 3. Again, people like the MV. People like looking at.
Well, is that an F3 or an F4? The MZ. MZ. Anyway.
Yeah, MV Augusta. I think it's a 4. Yes, 4. F4.
So it's 1,000 cc's. Yeah. I had one of these. I can't even sit on it. It's so painful. Have you tried?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, this is my 200cc bike right behind you.
Hang on. I gotta get there slowly.
And so I can still get down and race those.
Yeah, but that's a little bit easier to handle.
300
This is also very wide.
I like to ride the Supermoto because I can sit on it like a dirt bike.
Yeah.
This is one of our friends, Dylan, who passed away. His number was 316 from John 316, Christian kid.
So
Wonderful young
he
man.
must have passed away young.
He did. He was 18.
Oh, that's sad.
Went right to heaven. Took some people with him though. It was a great
Awesome.
mentor to younger guys. You were visiting earlier with.
Oh
my
yeah,
friend
I want
in
to
the
show. I
beta
want to
shop.
share this. So
You want me to roll it out?
there's a beta shop right next door that's kind of affiliated. So if you're looking for a new beta, you're in the area, even if you're out of state. But what I wanted to show you is, okay, we know about the 300s, and there's a cross trainer over there. I didn't ever see one in gray. Weren't they red for a while?
I think they probably were red because they've got all the
And
new
before
ones.
that, they were white. So, but this is the Beta Alp. Yeah, you want to push that forward? We'll share it. Well, it's kind of in that KE 500.
RC390 would compete with
Yeah,
it.
there you go. But you got a 21-inch front. Now you have a low pipe and a lower seat height. These were made in Europe for quite a while before they finally brought them over here. So they should have they should be reliable. I want to sit on one. Can you hold this?
I can.
Do you know the horsepower rating?
No.
I'll look it up. So here, I am 5'10", 30-inch inseam. So, I mean, this is going to be very manageable. It kind of reminds me of an Italian Kawasaki Super Sherpa, only maybe a little bigger. If you can have an Italian Super Sherpa. And MSRP on these is
I'm not
67.9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these guys grew the beta business out of doing suspension. They're the top suspension
So,
person in this region.
You're talking about the shop that's
The
here.
shop that's here. Keith Morgan and Randy are there at the shop. Good reputation, but they build competition suspension. I have an A kit on my gas. They know how to handle that. But they've enjoyed having the beta dealership.
And that's your quick preview from the Vintage 99 Museum / Morgan Beta dealership and Mitch Barnes. So if you're in the area, or if you're getting married, give him a call. You never know when you're driving through and you see some old bike out front and you got to stop. Oh, but we're not done. We missed this thing. This is how I didn't just drive by. I met Mitch because this is our Harley prototype that Don Miller
I had
restored.
to chase you for a while on this one too, because I've been really wanting one of these for a long time. But you didn't give much on the price.
Well,
It's beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. Because I saw one as a kid in 1975.
yeah.
And Harley guys frequent me a lot here. Why don't you have more Harleys? So I've got a Harley. That's as expensive as anything you'd buy at the Harley shop.
It was the most expensive. Well, first of all, it was the most expensive dirt bike that I bought, and it was the most expensive unrestored. So it didn't matter if it was restored, because even as an unrestored roller, it was pretty pricey.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful job.
And you have all the pictures, right? From
All the
yeah.
pictures.
All right, cool. All right, and that's it from Louisville.